hey, look who's got a light now, so I don't just sit there in that horrible silhouette. Anyway. Two people on the right. I'm gonna try to be calm on this one. Alright? Because I think this is something you really need to hear. I'm trying to help you. I don't hate you. I want you to win. So I'm trying to help you. And the fact that all of the people I watch, I have seen one person on the right call this out. Couple moderates. And like, I think almost everybody on the left I watch called this out, obviously, because it, you know, makes the... Whether or not they're actually offended, I doubt it. They just want to make the right look bad. Republicans, you have to call out this shit. If you don't call out this shit, why should I vote for you? Why should any black person vote for you? If you have the most prominent conservative saying shit like this and you won't check him. You're supposed to check your boy. You're not checking your boy. Now, I love offensive humor. My sense of humor is extremely offensive. This didn't land because the jokes weren't based in any truth. They were just being racist. Like I've said, one of my favorite jokes is the Chris Rock joke, the I love black people, but I hate niggas. All the black people in the audience are laughing at that. Because they all know, yeah, that minority, you know, the minority of people will go around acting like that. They all know. But it seems like Creditor seems to take that joke in the opposite direction, where the majority of us are like that, and the minority of us are normal people. Alright, so let me go through this, and I'm gonna explain to you where y'all fucked up, and you need to call this out. Otherwise, Trump can only carry you so far with the black vote. He can only carry you so far. You gotta carry your own weight. But for some reason, you're not learning. So, let me go through this real quick. Okay, well, let's start and go through this right here, alright?
I don't know where you find this many farmers of color, but they did, and $5.2 billion are being allocated exclusively for colored farmers. Farmers of color! Farmers of color! Roll the tape!
So already we're starting off with that old joke. Colored folk! You know what I mean? Because you remember, you know, it's already an offensive term, colored folk. So it's like, okay, but that joke doesn't land. There was no basis for it. It's just like, okay, you said something that was once offensive to black people. And? That's like just saying, you know, like, it's like saying, we put aside, you know, money for niggas. I mean, black people. Like, okay, that wasn't funny. I'm not, I don't even know why he's bringing up black people, because we're gonna see, this isn't even aimed at black people. They're just part of it. I'm going, why are you going after black people specifically? That's really interesting, you know what I mean?
We begin today's show looking at a major provision in President Biden's $1.9 trillion COVID relief bill that aims to address decades of discrimination against Black, Hispanic, Native American, and Asian American farmers who've historically been excluded from government agricultural programs. The American Rescue Plan sets aside $10.4 billion for agriculture support and allocates about half the funds to farmers of color who are, quote, subjected to racial or ethnic prejudice because of their identity as members of a group, unquote.
So you see right there, you already have them. You got receipts on that? Well, yes, actually, yes, we do. I mean, I could go over that in another video. The only reason I'm always skeptical about any sort of reparations from the government, especially if they're specifically at black people, is I'm always worried that you're going, don't, like, you know, a lot of black people got lied to about their history with the usually the white liberals, who you'll get black people want reparations and they want a check, and I'm like, do not ask for a check, please. They're gonna give you like a 10 grand check and then go, there, debt paid, get lost, nigga. Okay, we don't want that. That was a tangent. We don't want that. We just want our land, or give me the money that is the equivalent of 40 acres of North Carolina beachfront property, or at least land. You know, I'll take that, but that was a tangent.
The U.S. Commission on Civil Rights confirmed as long ago as 1965 the U.S. Department of Agriculture discriminated against black farmers, but little was done to address the problem.
100 years ago?
Have you heard of a trickle-down effect? I mean, these are the same people that deny discrimination still isn't existent, but I'm going to get to that. He gets to that in a second. Just hold up.
Yeah, most happy about the new policy, these people. So, yeah. I'm all black!
So, as a black person, I don't even get the left side. I don't even get what this is. What the ski mask is supposed to be. And this, it's just like, is this what he sees with black farmers? Like, I get the stereotype, I get the joke, but it just... It doesn't land. It's just like he's going like, niggas be farmers. But, okay.
Buy a plow, man!
I'm gonna plant that corn.
Go get a John Deere. Barack Obama, mother, I'm the president of plowing that ass. You.
I thought the last thing they would want to do was be farmers. Wasn't that a big problem for hundreds?
Look, slavery joke. Actually, that joke doesn't land because, yes, we did want to farm. We were going to use the land from reparations to cultivate the land, and, you know, we wanted to farm. We just wanted to own our labor, right? We didn't want to be enslaved and have it taken from us. So it doesn't land because we literally did want to farm that land, you know, because we lived in a capitalist system, and when we were freed, we're like, we don't have any capital. We have nothing. We go, okay, we're going to give you the land, and then we were like, okay, we're going to cultivate this land, and we're going to, you know, sell it and pay you back by participating in the economy. So we literally did want to be farmers. So that just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Isn't that why Arsenio Hall called himself the urban man's Johnny Carson?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Are people lining up out in the middle of cornfield, Iowa for new dunks?
How would you...
Really? Okay. So apparently the way he sees black farmers are a bunch of hood rats. But then a lot of Republicans will get offended if you do a redneck voice to stereotype the racist redneck Republican. But then, for some reason, this is okay? I'm like, have you met black rednecks? They exist, dude. I always go, where'd you find all these farmers of color? I'm like, I live in Cali. I've been up and down Cali. A lot of the farmers here are Hispanic and black. I can tell you right now. Especially in Southern California, between like when you go between LA and San Diego, like mostly Hispanic farmers. But I'm like, that joke doesn't land because the majority of us, the vast majority of us don't even act like that. Chicken like it's just okay. Well, I'm just saying, if you guys don't call this out, you'll just lose the black vote. Like, Trump got you some gains, and you're gonna lose it all. If you do not call this out and you just kind of go like, oh, the left's triggered, the left's triggered, the left's triggered. No. It's not the left that's triggered. I mean, most of them are faking the outrage because, you know, you got the white progressives that want to fake the outrage. They don't really want to care. They just want to pander to black people. But if you guys let this shit slide, you know, and you guys basically, the Democrats, if what you have to offer this community is we're just not as bad as the Democrats, that doesn't give me any incentive to back you guys. Just makes me go, fuck both of you. You know what I mean?
Prove this, by the way. Like, how would you prove that you've been discriminated
You don't
against?
have to.
They literally just said that they confirmed that they were discriminating against people based on race in the, 100 years ago. So, did you listen to the video, or are you guys just talking?
Well, I didn't get that loan. Sir, you had no credit. Well, that should not have stopped me from getting the loan.
A redlining joke. This is what you get the conservatives, and then you get the yes masses like ABL going, it was just about credit, it's just about credit. Redlining still happens. We literally found an instance of it 6 years ago. So you take this stereotype where you're going, hey, we were being discriminated against here, and we can prove it as recently as 6 years ago, and they're like, nah, it's just your credit, nigga. Okay, blockbusting still happens. But then if one person mentions, okay, we're going to put in a policy that excludes white people for the vaccine, which you want to say systematic racism when they put in the policy? Sure. But how come if they do the same thing, they just don't say the race, all of a sudden it's not? How does that work? Explain that to me. So I can discriminate against people as long as I don't say it. You know what I mean?
I planted a Hennessy tree, but it's not growing.
Well, technically it did grow, but that shit ain't XO.
I put it in the ground.
I planted a VSOP XO tree.
You know, the weird thing is I grew up in like a Hispanic black community, and most of my friends growing up were Hispanic and black, and I don't even get what he's trying to say here. I don't even get it. I mean, yeah, you know, when I farmed, when I used to raise Venus flytraps and stuff like that. Yeah, I also had a fried chicken tree right next to it, and my flytraps died because I watered it with Fodes. Don't you know? At least my watermelon patch came in. I mean, that's what it sounds like. And again, to the conservatives that get offensive, don't sit here saying I'm the uppity nigga. Black jokes are fucking hilarious, but these don't land because there's no basis in truth. Right? It's like, what's the stereotype that's based in truth? Black people are shit farmers? Because we're kind of not. We did it for hundreds of years. We act like hood rats when we're farmers? That's also not true because that doesn't land. It doesn't land. So it's just like, I think this is just what you think of black people. Especially considering, again, this thing was targeted at other races, but you kept targeting black people for some reason, which is very interesting. It's good to know.
I'm getting in some niche esoteric cognac humor, motherfucker.
Don't white people just go to their neighborhoods and build urban farms and ruin their communities?
What do you want me to say to that? Haha, black people go to white places and ruin them. Okay, that's fine. You know, you know, people like Crowder, they like to go out in public and do their shows. Please, go say this in public. Please, I want to see that. You love to do your little confronts video. Do this in public. I want you to do these jokes in public. I want to see how that goes. Let's go. Oh, hang on. Let me show you this.
That's how it works.
In Detroit.
See, they go in Detroit. Okay, go put up your sign that says black people destroyed Detroit, changed my mind. I would really like to see how that goes. Okay? I'm not even joking. Seriously, do it. I want to see what happens. But I guarantee you they're not going to throw these jokes out outside of this studio. You know, where they got security and shit.
Turns out the soil content, there's a high level of meth.
Yeah, crazy.
Whoa. Wow, I didn't know.
That and teeth.
There's
This is why I know you don't know anything about black people and you're just making racist stereotypes. Meth is not even a black drug. Meth is a white drug. What? The crack epidemic was the black problem. Right? And then even then, it's like that joke could land if you tried that, but then again, you always gotta go, who gave black people the crack, though? That was the government. That was the CIA. So, you know, again, these jokes don't land.
Teeth littered everywhere.
And by the way,
pain in my arugula.
You see, and this is why I'm like, Republicans, you gotta call this out and disown this. It doesn't help you at all in getting more minority voters on your side if you don't call this out. It just will make more minority voters go, well, now that Trump's gone and these are the people you're promoting and putting at the top without calling out, I don't want to vote for you. And like, again, your selling point right now is, but the Democrats are worse. And it's like, that's not a selling point. That just means I want to go fuck both of you. You know what I mean? And I'll be like, I'll just sit this one out. You both suck. You know what I'm saying? Because the hard part is, black people are very socially conservative, religious, you know, and you guys can't win the vote. And I always try to explain why. And you guys, a lot of it when I go out to like protests and I try to explain why Trump was winning the black vote, but Republicans otherwise can't win the black vote. They're not getting it. They just keep going. The Democrat plantation. There's a way, way, way more complexities and depth to it than that. A lot. But you'll listen to the racists like Candace Owens. And yeah, don't give me just black. You can't be a racist. I didn't say white supremacist. I just say she fucking hates black people. Alright? And I'll do a video on why she hates black people. But, you know what I mean? If you promote these people, they won't vote for you. Trump can't carry you through crap like this. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying my best to help you. I really am. I don't hate you. I don't think the majority of Republicans are racist. I think a lot are very tone deaf, but I don't think they're racist. Like, there's a difference between like ignorance and like stupidity. You know, it is what it is. But don't go down this route, please. Please don't. I'm being nice because I want you to listen. You know, I'm not gonna just I'm ragging on you because I want you to do better and I want you to win. But if you don't clean this up and you don't have your creators calling this crap out, it's very off-putting, and we're just like, okay, we'll stay away from you. Okay? Because I've seen only one person I watch. Of all the people I watch on the right, and I watch a lot, only one called it out. And then you'll get people who, you know, will try to, you know, start being grifting like you get the Tim Pools who won't call this out even though he says he watches Crowder. He won't call this out, but if a Democrat even looks like he may have looked in the wrong way towards a black person, he'll have a 30-minute video going, Democrat racistly looks at black person. Then Crowder does this and goes nothing. And then excuses like, well, Democrats have institutional power. And if they have institutional power, and this is my alternative, I don't want that either. You get what I'm saying? I'm trying to convey this to you, but, you know, I could go on forever on this, so I hope you learned something, and, you know, the whole thing about, you know, staying safe and not getting shot and all that good shit.